A nightmare, a highly distressing or terrifying dream that typically forces a person to wake up feeling immense fear, anxiety, or sorrow. But imagine you're stuck in one that you can't wake up from. Welcome to A Broken Dream, Chapter 2 of this series. Chapter 1 is still up with the link being in the description. Now then, please enjoy.
You're still trapped, you know that?
Don't bring me back there. I I need to think of something happy to escape from the nightmares. I remember something. Back in the day when I was wandering my house as a child, everything seemed so big. I felt like I could explore everywhere. And one day I had this dream that there was a whole nother secret part of my house hiding from me. And to get to that hidden place, all I had to do was to run into a wall as fast as I can.
We start off in a pink, dull looking bedroom. At first, it looks like there's no way to progress, but there's a slightly discolored wall that looks like a hidden entrance, which we can no clip into. Once we enter, at first, it looks like an eerie entrance into a dark basement, but it actually leads to a familiar looking household. We remark on how there is light underground. As we walk further, we see an area with the head of a teddy bear, missing its body, and couches covered in plastic. We then see road signs showing the number 8. They are the number of memories hidden throughout the map to collect in order to progress to the next dream. Exploring the place further, we then see a randomly misplaced shower room. Further on, we see two paths we can take. We don't know what's behind either of these doors, but the game recommends us to go left. We also learn that there's actually a total of 18 memories we can collect. This is in order to collect the kept away dream journal, locked behind this locked door. Turning left, we then see it's another wall we can no clip into, and oh my goodness. It brings us into a giant house setting, probably the living room, and it features lots of rooms. This place is peaceful, so you should expect no monsters. Upon exploring the place, we get to find some memories just laying around, but we then realize we're still short in memories. That's when we remember that there are puzzles that we have to solve in order to collect these hidden memories. After solving the puzzles scattered around the map, finding hidden rooms, seeding a cloud, and putting back the parts of a teddy bear, we then realize that there's no more memories left in this area. We then remember that the only place left to check was that right door. Upon entering it, it already sets a creepy vibe compared to the other side. There are about 4 memories you can collect from here, I think. You are not alone in this place, as there are crawling bodies who appear in strobes of shadow and dusts. They are slow, however, you can easily outmaneuver them. If we happen to get all 18 memories, then we will have unlocked the door containing the first dream journal of Chapter 2.
Underneath the home, there's a whole nother world beneath, a basement where sunlight weaves. Underneath the obvious, there's a whole nother world beneath, where there's buried thoughts, light still weaves.
In this dream journal, the protagonist talks about a world hidden in the ordinary, normal life, a place of deep imagination, where ideas and feelings come to life. The areas in the house like the teddy bear, train tracks, the piano place, further supports my idea. Anyways, after that, we move on and progress by going back to the road sign to remember once again. This would open a gate in the grassy area on the left side.
Some parts of the past can be beautiful. But I also wonder what the future could look like as well. Could. The future, if I still had belief in the world.
So this is what the future looks like. We enter a very bright and saturated city. It kinda burns my eyes in the dark, not gonna lie. It's also inspired from the Fruity Gear Arrow, Fruity Gear Arrow aesthetic or meme. Very iconic. We then progress onto the glass dome and meet the first community member, Otto, who introduces us to the place. The community members are polygonic citizens living in this area. Upon exploring outside, we happen to catch a glimpse of our old foe, the unknown memory. He's just walking and he suddenly disappears. And then we suddenly teleport back to where we were. Anyways, we then progress into an airport on stilts where we have to find a way or someone to get a ticket for the airport. While exploring each of the buildings, we find a fellow community member called Kirei. Who is willing to give us a ticket in exchange for a photograph. Along the way, we see a dream journal on a ledge. We can't seem to get it at the moment, so we continue on our journey for finding this photograph. Luckily, upon searching in one of the buildings, we find a person who happens to be selling a photograph for free on the opposite building. It's another fellow member called Sora. After giving us that free picture of a wet floor sign, we then see a floating transparent ball which we can jump onto to get into the other side of the ledge which we talked about containing the dream journal.
Smooth edges everywhere, floating water in the air. Glossy skyscrapers scrape the atmosphere. Lukewarm music rings the ears. Even though I dreamt of this utopia a long time ago, I couldn't imagine living here.
In a perfect world, we would all like to live in. No problems, no issues, and no conflicts. But still, that's the problem. Over time, we get bored living in a perfect utopia. Hence why the MC says that he can't imagine living here. We then continue on our way to delivering the photo to Kirei. They deliver on their promise, handing us a ticket to the next dream world. We travel back to the airport where we then present our ticket and progress through. Oh goodness. This airport is honestly badly built. Like, look at the travelators. There's no floating ground. It's just floating travelators on stilts. One wrong move and you're walking to your next nightmare. Anyways, after beating this obstacle and going to our respective gate, we again have to find our way to the flight, I think, in a maze-like route. After successfully navigating, we then enter our next dream world. We transition into an underground highway. Where it looks to be an island and we're by the seaside. Fun fact, this place is based on Vietnam, as confirmed by the wiki, so shout out to any of y'all from Vietnam. We come across stones that act as teleportation gates that help us get to our destination much quicker. Upon traveling, we spot a glimpse of a familiar figure who then disappears. Curious, we then go forth inside.
Come inside! It's been a hot minute since I saw you last time. And, I know stuff can get tough for you. So, that's why, you're always welcomed here. Just like it's always been. You think you can help me collect some vegetables and whatnot, dear? It's for stew. I'll need carrots, sunflower seeds, mushroom, and radishes. If you don't get anything, I'll just be making stone soup.
Given with the tasks from Mrs. C, we reluctantly agreed and set forth to explore the island. Just outside the house, however, a dream journal can be found just laying around.
Tell me about your soul. Tell me what it beholds. Tell me about the times you felt so young. Tell me about the times you felt so strong. Sometimes you might all frown, but if it comes from crashing down, don't worry. I'll be here by your side, maybe in another life. Mrs. C.
A heartfelt message from Mrs. C. Thanks, Mrs. C. You the G. We then carry on. We reach what looks like to be a village center, where we stumble upon a living sunflower with a single eye. We have a talk with it and it greets us. He calls himself Sunnyflower. He tells us that he can give us the seeds we are looking for. But with a twist that we have to answer all of his questions correctly. It was mostly general knowledge questions with trick questions related about the game. So answer them carefully and don't worry, you're allowed to try again. The next ingredient we're gonna take is that mushroom, which is just up ahead from Sunnyflower. That should be That just turned dark. We are given an option to just carry along, trying to walk to our ingredient while the camera just shifts to each staring mushroom with an eye. Hella unsettling. After getting the mushroom, our next ingredient is a carrot. We can find this carrot at a house that just looks like a carrot. Inside, we will find a chalkboard with the written instructions that it's basically a mini game where we just pluck whichever carrot was seen popping out. We just keep on plucking them until we hold the right carrot. Ahead from the carrot house, we find a log stump with a note stuck to it. Going closer gives us the option to read it out loud.
When I see the sea for the first time, I realized the only thing I could see into the endless waves was the ray of sun. There's more.
It's actually a full poem, but it's kinda a lot, so we'll just skip it for now. Then the last ingredient that we're gonna need is in this path over here. But there's a sign written in red. In the deepest of woods, you may find lost feelings. If you feel a lost feeling, don't change where you look. If you do, it will know you noticed it. We then enter the woods where suddenly the scene shifts into a hazy forest night. There is a tall, lanky creature, and our goal is that if we see them for just a split second, look away immediately. Because the moment you just even lock eyes with the creature, you're cooked. Anyways, after making it to the end, we can finally get to our last ingredient, the white radish.
Lovely. These radishes will help you grow big and strong. I can already smell it coming together. Come on, let's eat this thing together. Can you tell me what kind of places you have been since we last met? You've just been so quiet lately. Travel pictures? I didn't know my grandma was a photographer. Dear, what is this? This is a little weird. Please, don't be dreaming of such strange things, dear. You know, there's fireworks at the festival coming and I think you should see it, dear. You really should. I won't be there though. Look, I don't know where you want to end up. Where you're going? You're so quiet now. You have grown up, you know. You're beginning to realize more now. Like realizations that... Please, just be safe and hopeful. I still have so much to teach you.
After that heartfelt meal with Mrs. C, we find ourselves in a tent house, and It looks like we are mini-sized. The goal here is to get to the shore without hitting these hard to see shadow blobs. Hitting them would obviously mean insta-death. This level was kinda hard for me as I kept running into them, so I recommend hitting your brightness up to the max for this one. We then cut to a scene of fireworks.
As I watch the flowers light up the sky, I forget about all the troubles that burden me. Maybe I can take a moment to relax, a moment to not chase the next goal. I forget about all the things I hate, the things that are miserable. I give myself time to think back, give words to the memories I have. I forget about all the deadlines, the stress, the sessions, the real world. And sometimes when the rain comes down the hardest, the most important thing you can do is return home. Wait for the sun to rise. Wait as the rain clouds will disappear. Then the birds will dry off their wings, and together you can fly with them.
We then notice that we are able to move the character in order to enter this glowing black gate that just opened. After entering the gate, we are awakened in a pink neon area, and we find ourselves at our old workplace, where we used to wash the dishes. There is an exit door, and it brings us into a pool's room type vibe setting from the back rooms. This could resemble the sink we used to wash our plates in. Just a theory. We also see a sign saying, "Is your graphics quality as high as your dreams can go?" Well, yes, actually. It's maxed, man. Anyways, we then progress and explore through the area. until we hit this bridge, just to then see our foe once again, in the flesh, the unknown memory.
Always wanting to be happy, always wasting time.
Shut up. All because of you. This is my dream. I get to decide what happens in it. And I don't want you to be here. I still have hope. Hope that this dream world will become better. And that I could finally rest in peace. Without nightmares.
I know this may be your dream world, but nothing is free. Happiness isn't free. Dreams don't just come by want alone. We are unhappy because we have bad thoughts. You can't just rot in your bed and expect them to leave. You decided to trap yourself in your own mind. Want to be trapped in happy thoughts? You're also trapped in the bad thoughts too, the sad ones. Trapped in the dream world. They won't leave. Though the change isn't big. Even before entering the dream world, you're already trapped in your own little world of thoughts anyways. Sitting and standing around, just dreading the next day, just your thoughts and the TV.
I don't care. Your words only mean something if I believe them. I don't believe you. I don't care about your face. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. Leave me alone. I just want to be happy.
Can't we feel it? You're in between hope and senselessness right now. But knowing who both of us are, what we really should do is to sink deeper into the pit we've already made.
We have a mini heated exchange where he then disappears and this new entity pops
Give
up in his
up.
place. Hope Killer, who just rams into us.
Maybe. I can't even die in a dream. I can always keep on going. I can always fight back. This isn't a game. The world is not a game. The world is my dream. I might trap myself into a limo of sadness.
But in true Undertale fashion,
I
it
can free myself too.
refused. And we jolt back into action. And we play this game of the Hope Killer where we just enter the rooms that don't have our reflection. After 3 to 4 or even 5 escapes, we will have then returned to our original path. As we jolt and dash through this level, there are sections within the map where the lights will occasionally turn red and the Hope Killer will appear. He's pretty hard to dodge the first time, to be honest, so the best thing to do is just let it ram into you and play its minigame. We then reach a green chamber where we encounter the unknown memory once again. Another heated exchange, and it looks like it's going to be the final showdown of Chapter 2. Once we open the door and step foot inside, we finally realize, oh yeah, it's about to go down. The goal is to run through the metal platform while dodging the unknown memory. He sometimes just teleports in front of you or just away from you. All while Hope Killer just decides to show up and ram into you once again. Honestly, not that hard. After that showdown, we will have made it to the safe zone, where on the left there is an entrance that contains a minigame that we have to play with the Hope Killer in order to get that shiny dream journal containing that juicy lore. The rules are simple. Dodge Hope Killer for 15 seconds in a small room, bro. He was already hard to dodge the first time, but there's a simple trick. He's just pure speed, but has slow direction, just like in physics, I think. Kinda tricky, but all we have to do is, while starting the minigame, run backwards and somehow weave the first dash, and then weave back and forth, making him go in a straight line for a whole 15 seconds. The cell suddenly lifts and we get to read the last dream journal of chapter 2.
The lights are blaring, warming, coloring, blanketing my vision. The air wraps, traps, cools the water on my skin. These rooms seem in between everything, in between nothing. The world I walk in will never be the same again.
What I think the poem is trying to portray is how this is the protagonist's reality during his work as a dishwasher, him visiting his old familiar reality through a distorted reality, and based on his foe, unknown memory, telling us to come back to reality. Meanwhile, us, the MC, telling ourselves that we are in a dream, makes it sound like why this level is called the in-between. We're in between reality and a dream. Truly a masterpiece. Anyways, we then reach the final door where we walk through what seems to be furniture, a old house setting. And this is where we confront our foe for one last time.
Get the out! Oh,
You still haven't realized what paradise is, have you?
you can have all the monologues you want. You can make all the monsters. But you're still not scary.
Of course I'm not scary. I'm familiar to you.
At this point, I would rather go back to real life than deal with you and these nightmares.
But we can't go back anymore. Don't be blinded by a fake motivation. Don't be filled with hope for nothing. Reality will never be the real paradise.
What do you even want out of me? You don't. You know I can't even die in a dream.
Right now, though, you're sleeping forever in your small gray bed. It's not too different from being dead.
I didn't have to deal with this. I just wanted to be happy and live a normal life.
Oh, you want a normal life? Maybe one like everyone else? You don't even deserve your own life yet, and you can't deserve a better one just by complaining. Because in real life, you consumed more than you give back.
Maybe I can still find happiness, but I don't know where. Come on, think of a happy place, a peaceful escape. Why can't I just smile like I used to anymore? I've lived so many years, and I've been the same way for a long time.
You know what's best for you, but you continue to run.
Okay, thank y'all so much for watching till the end. I really love chapter 2 of this story, A Broken Dream. Dissecting the dream journals, the psychological horror aspect of this game, and the overall visuals and soundtracks. Please go check out their game on Roblox, link in the description. And shout out once again to Crano YT as I've been using his clips in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you really enjoyed this horror gameplay, and I'll see y'all in the next chapter of A Broken Dream. When it releases, please release chapter 3. I love it.